So we talk all the time at MarketPro about employer brand and what kind of employer brand does our client have and how interested are candidates in going and working there. And what we figured out is that we talk about it all the time as people that are marketing recruiters and experts in marketing, but I don't think our clients necessarily consider it all that often, right? I think they want to have a great place to work. I think they want to engage people in a meaningful experience, but what does that look like? How do I execute against that on a day-to-day basis? I think one of the important questions is what's the value of having a strong employment brand? And as someone who is in the business of helping you find new talent, the real benefit is in helping you retain your top talent and therefore not needing to go out and find new people and having the cost of turnover associated with that. But when you're going out and you're looking for new talent, having a strong employment brand really means you're going to be able to get the top talent. And as competition increases for digital talent and for all kinds of marketing talent, as marketing becomes more and more important in organizations, having that good employment brand is really important because we're seeing all the time candidates will say, sounds like a great opportunity, that's just not a place I'm interested in going to work. Really the most important thing for organizations to do is to get an understanding and measure where their employment brand is today so they can understand how to improve it going forward. And the easiest way to do that is ask your current employees. Specifically ask the ones that you know are there and happy. Ask the ones who maybe aren't doing so well, right? And why is it that they're struggling from their perspective? You may learn some things you didn't expect. And ask the people that are across your organization in multiple departments. Be that informal in general one-on-one conversations, formal in a survey that you send out to everyone. Make sure they understand if it's a survey that it's a blind survey, it's not going to come back to haunt them. But make sure that you're asking the people internally on your team, why do you work here? Why are you excited about coming here on a day-to-day basis? Or if you're not, what are some of the things we can do to help support you better? One of the key things that goes to hiring top people is how you treat them in the interview process, right? And it's a really fascinating process because obviously we're all very busy. We have lots of things to accomplish in our day. And then because I've got one less person on my team than I need, or many more than one person on my team that I need to hire, so I'm even busier, I have to add in the time to hire. And so I'm very constrained from a bandwidth perspective. And what kind of impression is that leaving on the individual candidates I want to bring on? And so what we like to coach for our clients is nothing is more important than hiring. In the reality of business, that's hard to fit in and hard to align with overall other goals and objectives. But the longer it takes you to hire someone, the more likely they are to say, hey, I found another opportunity, or it doesn't look like you guys are serious about this job, so I'm not so serious about you. And so really making sure that A, the time that you take to hire someone is compressed, and all those touch points that go on are very important. Because not just are you evaluating them as someone who's coming into your organization, but they're evaluating you as whether or not this is a place they want to go work. As an organization looking to grow, your employment brand is very important. Certain companies have inherent challenges to hiring and retaining talent. That could be the industry you're in is not very exciting. It could be that the location that you're in is difficult for commuters or difficult to get candidates to move to because it's a smaller town. So ultimately you have to factor those in when you're looking at your employment brand and take those factors and understand what that means in attracting and retaining top talent. It may mean offering benefits or amenities at your place that they can't get in most places. So if I'm difficult to get to, do I need to offer an on-site gym, on-site daycare for my employees to make sure that once they get here, what they need is contained in this environment, right? You see a lot of high-tech companies that are offering free food. They're offering certain things to get people to stay on site, and what they figured out is if they're staying on site, they're not going out for lunch and they're actually more productive. So I'm getting more productivity out of them even though I'm buying them lunch. So what do you need to do in your environment based on your constraints to create an environment where people want to come work? As you're now building your employment brand and you're looking to hire that top marketing talent, what kind of environment do they want to be in and what are they looking for to move their career forward? And the simple answer is challenge. They want to be challenged with meaningful work, and they want to be challenged by helping the business grow. Most people think marketers want to make things pretty, and that may have been true back in the 80s and 90s, but it's just not true anymore, right? Marketers want to be able to see that they can add value to the business, that they can help the business grow, and that they're empowered to do so, most importantly. They're going to be given the freedom to help do some creative things, but as long as those creative things align with business goals and organizational philosophy, but ultimately, how are we getting better because of these efforts? How are we attracting more customers, and how are we retaining our customers? How can I build something that makes the organization better? So I think one of the other key things that candidates ask us all the time is, what's the culture? What's it like to work there? How are decisions made? How do things get done, right? I want to be in a place where taking risks is encouraged, where failing is okay as long as we learn from those mistakes and don't make them again. I want to be in an environment that is very serious and work hard environment, or I want to be in an environment that is, foosball and ping pong tables. I think a lot of that is starting to go the other way and go back to we're looking for a more professional, meaningful environment that's about the business.